guess what I have? I have some stroopwaffles. I've never had them. Well,
Stroopwaffles, what the fuck? That's such a big thing to do. You
yeah.
got some.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where from? Like you bought it in a store? Are they like imported or are they made in America? Probably
Uh,
has like fucking AIDS in it or something,
I have
or
no
like acid.
idea. I bought them from my grocery store, an international.
Oh, then it's probably from my home. Yeah,
And I don't
that's
even...
awesome.
I don't even know. I knew you'd freak out about it, you fucking foreigner.
Yeah. Wow.
Starting the podcast off right.
Wait, you're not recording yet, obviously, right?
Oh, I am.
Do we need to do? I had an intro already. I swear to God, I've been thinking about this for like a week or
Oh,
two
did you
now.
really? I thought we would just jump into it and just start talking.
No, I thought I had
Alright.
like a cool intro already.
Do your fucking cool gamer intro. We're gonna have some Pac-Man sounds playing in the background.
Don't make me laugh like this. I hate it. Because your sense of humor is as bad as mine, and it makes me just like yell.
I'm the unpopular gamer. You ready for my review? This one's gonna
Oh
make
my
you
God,
screech.
I'm the angry gamer, and it means that I will hate your. Actually, I had a similar one, but the joke is that I'm gonna like doing the opposite. Okay.
Okay. What
Okay.
does that mean?
Do I like I'm gonna make a statement, but later I like don't do it. Like I do the opposite anyway. Like the statement is just stupid.
Oh,
Look,
you're gonna go back on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even know you were planning this. Go ahead.
But shouldn't we both do that anyway? Like you do yourself.
I'm as
That sounds
surprised as
rude.
the audience right now. I don't know what you have in store.
You're as surprised as the. Oh, don't fucking call it an audience. It's gonna be like two of my friends and a
All right,
couple of
boys
your
and
friends
girls.
maybe.
What's she gonna say?
And there's gonna be like a couple of people who are like, what is this fucking? What are these two shitters doing?
What's this absolute trash? What's this absolute bottom of the barrel barnacle bullshit?
Barnacles. I had to think of SpongeBob.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna say, welcome to the first episode of the what do we call it? The
What are we calling it though?
didn't you say like Wooby? We're doing a Wooby, or I don't know what this is gonna be called.
Woozy. I think it was
Woozy?
Wooby. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But that's kind of like that's fucking like that's
Woosler.
Yeah, that's a little. I don't know. That's like child. It has to be a very mature podcast where we
Max
laugh at
and
recolors of
Ruby?
Mario.
Ruby
Huh?
and Max. That's the show with the
Oh my God.
rabbits. You know that show?
I don't know that show at all.
Well, whatever. What are we calling it? This is a good time to figure out the name.
I would almost stand by the Blue Mario podcast because that's what like originated the entire, or like
That's
didn't
true,
originate it,
but I
but
feel
that
like
is the OG.
we're gonna have
But
now we
people
have
are
to
gonna
talk
think
about
it's
Blue
like a
Mario.
Nintendo thing. Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
Blue video. I don't know, man.
Why don't we
I
just
don't
figure it
know.
out later? We just name it later. Welcome to our first podcast. I'm Woosler or Wesley, whatever you want to call me.
Uh-huh.
And you?
I'm Ruby. I'm your video game mom, and I'm here to tell you why your new video games are shit and my old ones are better.
Ooh, the angry video game mom.
Oh, fuck off. I hate it.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
the next generation. It's just moms and dads in their 40s.
They're all doing podcasts. They're like,
I
yeah,
was-
remember my games?
I played Anthem when I was your age, and it was great.
Hey, I fucking bought that, and I was very disappointed, but I
You
bought it
fucking
from
early
a
adopter.
place, so it's not like I spent too much money.
Yeah.
And they're doing the overhaul thing, right? So it might be good someday. It's an investment
The
I made.
overhaul, yeah. When did they announce that? Like a year ago?
Pretty much. It's EA, you can believe in them.
How is that?
You
game
know all
not,
the cool studios.
How is that game not dead yet? I thought it was dead.
Oh, it is, but they're redoing it, no?
Dead as a
Yeah.
As they announce a new Mass Effect and the Mass Effect Legacy Collection.
They're
worry,
a
guys.
very trustworthy studio. You know,
Mhm.
they bought things like Westwood and Mythic and DICE and just fucked them all over, and now there's nothing. Respawn Entertainment. You have Apex Legends now. You can play a cool battle royale.
That is
Never
one of
done
the best
before.
ones, at least.
Yeah, I've heard that too. That's good at least. But where's my Command and Conquer? Where is that?
What the hell that is? Your little strategy game nerd ass, friggin' sitting in your basement commanding and
You ha-
conquering.
Hey, I'm in my fucking basement right now. I'm not. I'm in my one fucking studio apartment where I can barely move my ass an inch.
Oh, because you have a dump truck, or because the apartment's small?
Both, bitch. Okay, but to be honest though, that series was fucking fun. Where it was like, just people making fun strategy games and the campaigns having the cheesiest cutscenes. You must have seen some on YouTube, right?
I mean,
Like
yeah,
in your
I've seen
lifetime.
games like that, and I mean,
Yeah.
my roommate plays Warhammer and shit like that, and he
Nice.
just
Yeah,
got
yeah, I
a
saw.
new Warhammer game that's very much like
Mm.
Civilization. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, Total War Warhammer. I love that
Yep.
one.
Yeah,
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 I play
yeah,
that one
yeah.
a ton.
I bet you do. Why don't you go command and conquer the freaking Cheetos bag, you freaking nerd?
I don't even like Cheetos, you fucking Cheeto eater. And if I was eating them, I wouldn't be eating them in the mic like you filthy swine.
Oh,
No, instead I had a McDonald's meal right before sitting down here of a big burger, big fries,
big
cola,
burger.
and nuggets. Yeah,
Cola. I'm not gonna go into how you say
cola.
things. We're not gonna go
I
there.
sound weird. Okay, speaking of Nintendo stuff, supposedly a lot of Pokemon names I've been pronouncing wrong, and I
Like
didn't
what?
know until people started telling me. So it's Gengar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gengar. That goes. I used to call it Ganger.
Ganger.
Yeah,
Ginger.
like
Ginger.
I was like I was dumb about it. I don't know. I just said how I used to say it when I was a kid. So when I'm actively talking, you constantly notice that I say things different.
I mean, when you're okay, let me point out some things. So you're talking
That's
about
pretty racist, by the way.
McDonald's. Well, it's more
I
so
probably put
just
the
what
emphasis where I put it. Huh?
the McDonald's. You said with a G, with a big fat G. There's no
You know
Mick
I'm an
here.
OG.
It's only
Yeah.
McDonald's. Mm.
There's a MiG, a Russian air jet. Yeah, yeah. Fighter
I
plane.
mean,
I see how it
cola's
is.
right. I just never really hear that too much. Like, oh yeah, bro, give me, give me one of them Coca
That'd be
Colas.
a cool.
Grab me a Coca Cola.
What do you call it? Beppis?
No,
Pepsi?
no, just like I guess we just go by like the actual soda name. So it's like either like
Yeah, so
Coke or
Coca-Cola or
Sprite or
Coke.
or
Yeah, but what do you mean Coke? Because it
root
says
beer.
Coca-Cola on the bottle. What do you mean Coke?
Yeah, like because there's no other soda that's like named Coke.
But
So,
there's not a single soda named Coke.
well, no, I mean like there's Coca Cola. If you say cola though, cola more so just means soda. Like a
Ah,
dark
okay.
soda.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like I don't know. Somebody fact
Oh,
check that.
dark soda. That sounds like Shadow the Hedgehog or something. Dark soda.
Dark soda.
What's your persona name? I'm Dark Soda.
Dark soda. That's not an
Okay,
animal.
but
Okay, so listen, I thought for the first episode it would be fitting for us to hold on. This is real serious.
uh-huh.
All right, turn the
I'm
tone real
listening.
serious in post.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
ready for
ready.
this? I have a secret.
Hmm.
Might need to make an apology
Okay.
video after this for all you.
What? Like if there's a 20-minute apology video, you're gonna have like a dog in it. You're gonna have lots of cuts and stuff and crying.
We're about to come out as gamers. I know. I know.
Right now, I
A little,
have to do it right
a
now.
little cringe, but we'll get through it together.
This is ludicrous. Right now in public, I have
We
to do
won't
it
tell
right
our
now.
parents. We'll just let them find out by when they listen.
They'll definitely find this podcast themselves. They'll definitely find it. The tech-savvy parents we all have, tech-savvy boomers.
They're having a moment right now, a psychic vision. They're like, oh, I feel like there's a podcast being recorded and it has something to do with my child coming out. But
As a gamer, if I went to call my parents right now and ask them, "Do you guys know what a podcast is?" They'd say, "Is that food?" I swear to God, that'd be food to them. Like, is that like
mm,
Finnish food? Where do you live right now, Finland? Is that Finnish food?
can
Yes,
I
it
grab one
is.
of them podcasts? Mm.
Yeah, I guess we are gamers, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like, I suppose, like, perhaps we're gamers.
Hmm.
I mean, I do
Hmm.
fiddle in the gamer field a little bit, you know, play with some crabgrass in the gamer
Hmm.
grass in the gamer field.
I see. Yeah, I think I do too. Since I was like a little fucking little baby,
Same here. It's like
I
before I
grew
was
up
freaking
watching
4 years old, playing
Yeah, I
games.
know. That's been a hot minute, huh? For fucking 4 years old. Yeah, I grew up on my seeing my mom and my sister play games like Wolfenstein, Doom, Roller Coaster
Oh
Tycoon Sims.
damn. Okay,
It was
well,
wild.
I mean I've seen. Let's talk about that. Let's see what games we saw like other people play when we were younger. Because I didn't watch
Oh,
people
that's
play
such a
Doom or
magical world.
Wolfenstein, but I did watch
Yeah.
my aunt play like Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I played it a little
Yes.
bit, and like Zoo Tycoon and stuff. All those tycoon games.
Yeah. Mhm.
Um, I watched my aunt play Oddworld, which I have like a love for that game.
Oh, Oddworld. Oh my God,
So
that's
good.
so good because that game is so like there's nothing like that.
There's
Like
not the
nothing holds up
aesthetic
to
in
that.
the
It's so
world.
original. Yeah.
The
Mm-hmm.
puzzles still hold up. I would feel. I feel. Some of them are
I
probably
think
freaking
so too.
annoying, but
Yeah.
I feel bad for my
Mm.
aunt though because shout out to her because she got me like she was the one that got me into games. Aunt Pamela, love
Nice.
you. Um,
Hi, Pamela.
she she she's a freaking hero. She beat Oddworld like with no memory card, and right when she crossed like the last puzzle
Oh
at the end
no.
for the cinematic, it crashed. And she had to do it
No.
all
Oh
over
my
again.
God.
So sad.
Okay, technically she did it the first time though.
Yeah,
Technically, I believe in that.
back
But
in the day with
that sounds
fucking memory cards,
terrible.
bro. Yeah.
I know. When I saw 8MB on the PS2 memory sticks, I was like, whoa, memory card. Sorry, I was like, whoa,
What the
8MB,
frick?
that's so many save files.
Is this like
Yeah,
a
right.
graphics card but for memory?
Yeah.
It's it's a USB device.
Yeah, but it's like when you're young and you have no idea how grand and, impressive the world of video games is. So
Right. You don't even know if
every
you're a
time you see
gamer.
one of your friends, yeah, and every time your friends play something, you're like, what is that? That's so cool. Like when I
Mm-hmm.
saw at this point I was definitely actively playing games, but I had a friend who had a GameCube and I saw Super Mario Sunshine. And I just came off of Mario 64. So that's like a two
Oh.
console generation jump that I was still playing 64 and I saw Sunshine. I was like, it's like the graphics look insane and like the things you can do. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, right. They're way better. Just
That's
like
such a jump.
just an upgrade.
Mm. I was gonna ask if you played any more of Mario All Stars, although that All Stars on the
Mario
Switch. Yeah.
Arseholes? Mario All Stars?
Bleep
that
it.
would be
Bleep it.
the stupid video game parody. Mario
Yeah, it's like a
Arseholes.
cartoon. Like a Newgrounds cartoon from 2009. It's never funny.
Mario Arseholes.
It's got Oni's voice in it. Okay, that's funny, but that's the only funny part.
Mario Arseholes. But what the hell was I gonna say? No, I haven't, because you know I'm horrible. I'm like, yeah, I got it in September. I'll definitely beat all the games by November. It's fucking almost January. Some piece of shit. Listen,
I'm like that too.
I lost a lot of my gamer rep from when I was younger, and I played games fucking constantly.
Yeah, but that's adult
Bro,
life.
I was a little piece of shit. I played freaking Secret Agent Clank on the PSP like fucking 10 times over. Okay, so that's the kind of...
Okay, you have your gamer pass, but yeah.
I love that
Yeah,
though.
but
I love that.
yeah, I remember playing the same games so often too because they were
Right.
just fun, and also you couldn't afford every game you wanted, let alone even know about if they existed or not.
Yep.
Um,
And I miss that feeling
like
because I'm so like
yeah,
so into the world of like video games and stuff now, and like
yeah,
know what's
me too.
coming
You become
out.
like hyper aware.
Yep, check the store out that like you can go wherever, like even a stranger's house that's playing something that's super indie and be like, "Oh yeah, I saw that on a tweet," or like I saw it in like coming soon
Yeah.
or something, cuz you're just like
Mm-hmm.
super, yeah, like you said, hyper aware,
Yeah,
nerdy about it.
that's just crazy. I remember as a kid I had a Dragon Ball Z game on the PS2, and I remember at one point I went to the store and I saw a sequel, and I was like, "What?" And look at the back of the box, and it had already been out for a year, and I was like, the whole time there's been another one, and I just had never seen it. Like that's so weird. I had like gaming magazines I would buy, but then I would often get PC ones because I was a fucking nerd.
Oh my
So then I
god.
wouldn't know about every game on the PS2, and it was like that's how the magazines were. Remember?
Gaming magazines
You
were
had PlayStation
fucking amazing.
magazines, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah, it's
though I had like Game Informer and Nintendo Power, even though like there was like the internet was matured at that point, like not how it is today, but I still was a stupid kid, didn't really know how to friggin' use my computer to like look
yeah,
all that shit up. But yeah, like looking through those and all the illustrations, and seeing all the new games that were
mm-hmm.
coming out, even though I wasn't gonna get like 99% of them.
Yeah, that was so cool. Just seeing screenshots and thinking like, what? Like now we know everything. We've seen so
Yeah,
much. That's like the one surprising thing to me last year was when Death Stranding came out. I was like, oh shit, it's actually something different for once.
yeah. They show
Where
way
yeah,
more now too nowadays. Like
yeah, they do.
it's kind of like
And also we look for it too. It's like, oh,
right.
we'll watch E3 or we'll watch the trailers. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like shooting yourself in the foot.
What
Yeah.
if games? What if every game that comes out in the future, especially like AAA titles, they start having like their own like OnlyFans? So you subscribe to like see it in development.
Oh yeah, yeah. You could have used Patreon. Why did you use OnlyFans? What is this?
Because I feel like it's more scandalous because they said games just show too much
Oh
nowadays. Gonna have to lock
yeah.
it behind paywalls.
That's true though. You
Mm.
gotta get the key to unlock the lock. Yeah. But that's like so well to me because I had seen what Death Stranding was. I watched like one or two trailers back then,
Right.
and I was like, okay, interesting. And then when I sat down for it, I finished it in 3 days, and I will say proudly, I walked for 38 hours and loved every fucking second of it. Walking
My one
through
friend
environments, like
loves that
what the
game.
fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm? Yeah.
I mean, I've heard both sides, but yeah, my one friend also really loves that game. She said she would never go back and
Yeah.
play it, but like play it again. But
Mm-hmm.
like the time she had with it, she thoroughly enjoyed and
Yeah.
something different.
Yeah, it's pretty much a one-off game, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I'd like to just put some ladders on walls and shit, like whatever you do in that game, you know, I'm more of a stair man myself, so more of an escalator.
Right, that's the thing. Yo, grappling hooks though. That's good. That's so many games have grappling hooks. Thank you. I love
Yes.
grappling hooks.
Yes, my friend Kyle loves grappling hooks too. He all about that
Good.
shit. He wish he
Kyle
has
is
them in
good.
real life.
I'm probably gonna mention spoiler for Ghost of Tsushima because Tsushima it came out this year, so you know.
I haven't played it
Is
either
it?
though.
Oh my god,
So
it's small though. It's not a story spoiler. It's a gameplay
okay,
spoiler. Is that
well, let me
okay?
hit you with that gamer spoiler alert. Ring the bell, ring the
Yeah.
alarm.
Ding dong. Did it
Well,
work?
well, yeah, it was already happening. It already happened. Rude. Go ahead.
Okay, when there's 3 acts in the game, Act 1, 2, 3, and when you
Mhm.
get to the second one, they give you a grappling hook, and I had no knowledge of it, and it like
Ooh.
blew me away that I started grappling hooking around through
That
forests
is
and
cool.
buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It added like a whole new layer to environmental
Really?
movement.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
grappling hooks are good.
I do. I didn't even think about that. Like different things that pop up in games that you kind of already know about from
Mm-hmm.
seeing all the trailers and shit because they want to show you like the best, most fun parts. But that's
Yeah,
cool.
that's what I tried out with Cyberpunk, where I was like, I don't want to know anything because the moment I'm like 30 hours in, I still want to see some surprises, and I saw lots of
Right.
people surprises, but you know, other things too. Luckily, it's a healthy balance.
Does it work like because I never played this game either, but does it work like Sekiro's grappling hook or how does that work?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of like you kind of see where you can hook it, and then you just press it.
Right. When those two games were first announced, I was so confused.
Me
Like I
too.
kept mixing them up. Yeah.
I definitely am a huge FromSoft fan, so I knew I was gonna get Sekiro. And with Ghost of Tsushima, I was like, I'm not so sure. And then when it was out for a couple of days, I was like, okay, I'll get it for myself for my own birthday, treat myself, and then I really fell in love with it.
Nice. I'm speaking of coming out as
Yeah.
gamers. I need to I need
Uh-huh.
to admit something to all the gamers out there. You know, please don't
I'm sure they're
send death
listening.
threats. But I've never actually played a FromSoft game before. I've always just seen them. But I've played a
Wow.
bunch of
Could you?
I played a bunch of Souls-like games, but never an actual From Software game. So
Honestly, that's fine. I think that's more common than you think. We're just a loud minority, I think. Telling you
guess
to get good and pick
I
the
guess
games
so,
up.
yeah. Because I played The Surge, I played Salt and Sanctuary. I
Yeah,
played
exactly. Those are all Souls like.
what else did I play? I played a little bit of like Lords of the Fallen, but I wasn't a big fan of that one.
Oof, that one is rough.
Yeah.
What were they thinking?
But I might get into it soon. Gavin really wants to play them. He said he'd even buy them, so like we could play them. Probably mostly me, so he could watch me die and laugh. So
Yeah, that's the most fun part.
might play
That's
those
good.
soon. Don't know what we'll start on though.
Like, yeah, for FromSoft game, the one tip I can give you is that like, it's like I don't think the games are necessarily hard. I think it's just that you need to learn. Like you can't just
Right.
make the same mistake 100 times and think things will
course.
change. Like you are gonna have to time your dodges and
Mhm.
whatever. Hey, pick which like almost every game has it. Pick the knight starting class and just use the sword and shield the entire game, and it's like it's a lot easier for a first time. Just pick the
Oh, thank you
knight
for the
starting
gamer
class. You'll be
tip.
fine.
Damn. Top 10
Oh my god,
top
gamer
10
tip.
Dark Souls tips for beginners? Is that what you're
Number 1. You're
Gaming
not gonna
Bowl?
believe number 2 though.
But you couldn't believe number 1, just not number 2. That one's gonna blow you
Number
away.
2 is the only one. Yeah.
The hell hell is it? Actually, I'm a big fat liar because I did play a little bit of Bloodborne. Yes,
Okay,
the
but that
very
one's really good.
beginning, and I beat the
Okay.
first boss, but we didn't go any farther than that
Cleric
because
Beast.
yes,
Nice. Why
um,
didn't you go any further?
because we were doing like a recording, but then the recording's audio was shit. We were doing like a let's play of it, so we're gonna
Okay.
go back and play that. So I did play a little bit, but I'm talking like I never played any of the Dark Souls games, and those are like the
Yeah.
mainline
Mm-hmm.
ones or Demon Souls.
And Bloodborne is like as mainline now though. Like it's so famous. I think out of all of them,
Yeah.
I would say Bloodborne is I think the best one out of all from soft games
Ooh.
if I have to be
Hmm.
not the one I like the most myself to play,
Right.
but I think it's definitely the best one. Yeah.
I was watching a like let's play of Demon Souls, the original one. I was watching like a Noni
Mm-hmm.
Plays thing of that where they had Nikki Jakey on there too, and just seeing like that
Mm-hmm.
game was really cool. I like all the stuff they did with that versus all their future games. They seem more experimental.
Yeah, it's super cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro are like really experimental, and Dark Souls is like I don't want to be rude, but it is the same game 3 times. Like it gets so easy that the moment I booted up Dark Souls 2, it took me like 5 minutes to get accustomed to the entire game. Same with 3, like you kind of just rush through it. You'll get stuck, of course. Some places will be difficult. There'll be new things to learn, but everything is mostly the same.
I was thinking about starting with the second game just because I heard that one is
Oof.
the just the most lackluster, so I thought it'd be fitting to play the one
Yeah,
that
it's
one
also the
first,
most easy, I think.
and that too.
It's really generous with the checkpoints. You could
Yeah.
do that, yeah.
So,
Yeah, it can only go up from there.
but also my gamer brain is like, you gotta play freaking Demon Souls first, and then Dark Souls 1, and then 2, and then 3. You gotta play them in order.
And then the expansions too.
But
Yeah,
then
you
I'll
gotta play them
probably
in
fucking
order.
hate to if I do that.
Yeah, you
So,
shouldn't do that. That's fine. I started with 1, then 2, then 3, then Bloodborne, and then Demon Souls is still just kind of laying around. I played it on the emulator for a bit, but
right, that one
yeah.
is definitely rough around the edges. But
Mm-hmm.
and
The
it
remaster
has
should
the
probably be good,
same.
but oof.
I found it interesting. It has the same system as Bloodborne with like the whole. You don't have the regenerative health items. It's just like you got to buy them or find them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The grass in Demon Souls, yeah, and in Bloodborne it's the blood vials. To be honest, I hate that in Bloodborne. That's the one thing I hate. Two things I hate: the frame rate, and two, the blood vial system.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the fact that it's fine if you want to limit it to 10, and then the rest you had to like buy. But the fact that if you run out, you have to start grinding it if you're stuck on a boss. It's so
Yeah,
fucking
we
annoying.
did have to do
They don't
that
come
for the
back like
first
SS
one.
Flasks did.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's
Ugh.
flawed. But also the one argument I heard was that like it gives them a little bit more weight because they don't just come back, so they're kind of like
Yeah,
more important. But yeah, I would agree
that's
that
true.
the latter though is better, the regenerative one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
It's
yeah,
nice.
I'm excited to play
Mm-hmm.
those games. It's not even like the challenge that draws me in anymore because there's plenty of challenging games out there. But it's
Yeah,
more
it's
so like the
the game.
world and
Mm-hmm.
like seeing the environments and the enemies. I love when games have like so many fucking enemy types because it's always just like, oh, what the
Yeah, there is
fuck is
so
that in the
many
distance?
worlds. Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, it's so great like that. Like those games keep surprising you around like every corner.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the thing, like a lot of people think, oh, they're playing it for the difficulty. Like, no, I don't care. It just happens to be
Right.
difficult. It is just that the rest of the game is what draws me in, like all the cool NPCs and weapons, armors, the world, enemies,
Mm-hmm. The
bosses.
way they do the lore, it's not they don't shove it in your face or anything or like story. They don't not even
Yeah,
the
you talk to
story.
people, read the items.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the story
Mm-hmm.
is like on the same level as the lore in that game. It's just like in the fucking items or like I don't
Yeah.
know. I've seen a
They'll
few
give you
cutscenes from Dark Souls, but they're not very
mm-hmm.
long and there's really not much to them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, like Dark Souls 1 has like sort of a premonition intro where it's like it kind of sets the base, but you
mhm.
haven't some of it you never see. Like it's like, what's this? Oh, maybe that'll show up, maybe it won't show up. Like
Yep,
pretty interesting.
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
the original plan for coming out as gamers because we just I think we that was our epilogue right there. Uh, but
I see.
the origins. But
Start at the end, that's good.
yeah, what I wanted to do was the go over a list of games, some of our absolute favorites to kind of give
Mm-hmm.
the huge audience that's going to be watching this first episode or in the future, if this does take off a little bit, they can go back and listen to it. Just a little bit
I'm
about
sure they're
us,
gonna do
what
that.
games we like as we're coming out as gamers. I keep saying that like I'm trying to connect it. Like people are fucking brain dead, and they're like, "Oh, why are you
Huh?
talking about that?" Oh yeah, coming out as gamers. But
Keeps coming back.
yeah, so I want to talk about that, and maybe like one or two games that are really popular or are talked about a lot that we haven't played, which I already touched on one of those for me, which is Dark Souls and
Yeah.
most of those games. So anyway,
Hmm.
Ruby, do you wanna give a game that everybody loves that you haven't played at all?
Yes, there is one that is pretty popular with the
What is it?
older
What's your
PC
black
gamer
sheep?
crowd, and it is the Deus Ex series. You've probably heard of them, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, go on, go do
You
your thing.
bitch. I'm joking. I'm joking. I listen. I'm a fake gamer. I never played any of the old Deus Ex ones. Only the newer ones that came out, and I
Mm-hmm.
love those. So yeah.
Yeah. What do you like about them? Tell me a bit, like, tell me your
So
interest in them.
let me preface this. Let me preface with when I originally, because I don't want to touch on this much because this will just blow up into a whole nother conversation. We'll save this or never talk
It's not
about
so
it because I
bad.
don't really want to. But basically, I want to compare it to Cyberpunk because I went into Cyberpunk
Mm-hmm.
like being like, oh man, like I love Deus Ex. This is probably gonna be like that, but like I feel like it was very Deus Ex light. Um,
Yeah, it is Deus Ex Lite. Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
and to me, Deus Ex is just above being like light already, like those newer
Yeah,
Deus
it
Ex
is already
games.
pretty.
It
Mm-hmm.
like there's enough there for me to be happy with it and like them, but yeah, so that was the thing. So that's kind of gives you an idea. It's just like every mission you can approach in different ways, like not even like the stealthy, like because every game has that nowadays. Oh, do you want to do a stealthy or do you want to go
Yeah,
in
play
guns
your
blazing?
way.
Play.
Yeah, you
It's
can
always the
always play your
tagline.
way. It's a game for everyone. Like, really, is it though?
Play your way. Get gamer
Yeah,
points.
it's so terrible.
Yeah. You like crawl through vents, or you can go through like as like a hacker approach, or dialogue sometimes.
Or bash through walls.
Yeah, or bash through walls, and a lot of the time, like the decisions you make for your character will sometimes like lock out other decisions, which is really
Mm-hmm.
cool. Like for your
That's good.
skill trees, yeah. Especially in the new game, it literally locks them out versus the one that came before it, human or human
Human
revolution,
Revolution, yeah.
yeah, where it's just you just had
Yeah.
a certain amount of skill points and stuff. But yeah, just all the dialogue I think is good, and like the world is really interesting, and Adam Jensen, fucking
He's so
gamer
cool.
dreamboat, yeah. um he's like a cyberpunk Batman, that's what I always call him, that's what it reminds me of.
I guess he is a Cyberpunk Batman,
Yeah,
yeah.
he always has that fucking gruffy voice, like
Mm-hmm. What a shame.
what a shame. Go a little bit deeper into that. What
Yeah, so that's funny because I finished Cyberpunk last week. And I was
Ooh.
thinking, what other games are Cyberpunk? Also, I just want to say I love Cyberpunk 2077, but it's a real shot in your own foot to call the game that. I know the pen and paper game is called that, but you're calling the video game name after an entire genre. It's like if you don't say the
Oh.
numbers at the end, people are gonna think you're gonna just talk about Cyberpunk. Ah,
Mm.
but
Okay.
yeah, so I finished Cyberpunk 2077. And I was like, well, I want some more cyberpunk stuff, right? I want to
Yeah.
consume more of it. So that's when I thought, well, Deus Ex. So I played the intro to Human Revolution,
Okay.
and it's fucking cool.
Okay. Good. Good.
It's
Good. I
like
didn't know
I
where that
feel
was gonna go.
bad for waiting. Oh no, it's fucking cool.
Great.
Bleep that out, whatever. The fact that so the intro is kind of linear. That's fair. You know, you need an introduction to the story, the
Of
characters, whatever
course.
happens with when
Yep.
you introduce the bad boys.
Mm.
And then like even the headquarters that you start in
Yeah.
after the linear mission,
Huge.
you can already start talking with everyone.
Yep.
Like that's a mission in of itself, even though there's no one to shoot, you're just hanging out. You can talk to everyone, and everyone is talking about like happened to you and how you're doing and the next mission you're doing, going to the freaking helipad or whatever you call it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful setup.
And it's so cool. And then when I hopped into the first mission, I could already see, oh, I can start stacking boxes. This is a
Mm-hmm.
great immersive sim. I love it. I can start platforming by putting boxes on top of boxes.
That is always ridiculous. I
So
love that. Yeah.
yeah, I adore that. So I can't wait to play more of it. Yeah, I think that's really nice to play after something like Cyberpunk, which is like expansive and like it kind of wants to like do a lot, and Deus Ex is more like a bit more streamlined, but you have way more options when you're playing, in my opinion,
Right.
and the story is more open as well. You have more choice
Exactly.
and
Yeah. That's what I was.
bit
That's
more
what I was missing
character
when
as
I.
well.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
I
when I was playing
this is the
Cyberpunk.
difference for me. Yeah, in Cyberpunk for me, it's like I like it, but it's like I'm in a roller coaster and I'm along for the ride. And in Deus Ex, I'm the fucking roller coaster, bitch. This is my ride, which is really interesting to me, like the difference in that. And yeah, the voice acting is amazing. I love the main characters so far. They're all very interesting. Um,
Yeah.
wonder where my wife is. I got backhand slapped in the intro. I hope she's not dead, or my ex-wife, whatever she is.
Yeah,
And yeah,
I enjoy most of the characters in that game. I don't think there's any that I really disliked. Even like the snarky tech guy that is just like overly
yeah.
obnoxious.
What's his name again?
I
Oh my
don't
god, he's
know.
such an asshole.
He has a ponytail
Oh
though.
god, he's such an asshole. The moment you meet him, you know he's the asshole.
Right. But you also know
That's
that
so
he's like
good.
not like a traitor or anything. He just
Yeah,
hates
it's
you.
just his person. He's like a narcissist or something. Yeah, he's just
hmm
kind of an asshole. He just has a history with you, and it's interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying that
Mm.
and finally playing that game. You'll definitely love it the more you play it. And it's
Yeah, I think I
they did
will.
an interview with the main director on those games, and he was talking about his game versus like Cyberpunk or something like that, and talking about how like
Uh-huh.
they want to give the player a bunch of options within like a small space. They don't see like the
Yeah.
need to make this huge map, where they could just make a very compacted area for the player to run around in and like get associated with that area. So like they start learning
Mhm.
pathways and like
Yeah,
where to go
customs
and stuff.
associated.
Yep. And
Yeah.
they're like running back and
Mhm.
forth in these areas, and they're becoming really like, I guess I don't know the right word, like sentimental to them, sort of.
Mhm. Yeah.
Uh,
Yo, yeah. I was actually talking about that yesterday. Well, I'll bring that up later. But yeah, I like that too. That the areas are smaller because in Cyberpunk, I have a few places I really like, but God
mhm.
knows where they are on the map. I couldn't tell you right now where they are on the map, but they're really cool places.
That's the thing. It's like I don't know, man. I like just fucking games nowadays with just needing to have these huge maps. Like I prefer
Yeah, at
more
the very
compact,
least,
smaller
at least
things.
I liked it in Cyberpunk. At least
Yeah.
I like it. The fact that you can start jumping around, you can like upgrade your
hmm
body. Like Deus Ex, it does get fun to explore later. It's very vertical as well.
That's the thing. Yeah,
But
like it's a
yeah,
smaller map, but there's so much to explore within that area,
yeah,
and so much to do, and they focus on like putting in a bunch of stuff to do, and they don't
yeah,
have to worry about like filling out this huge map with like sprinkling breadcrumbs in it.
yeah. Like something to do everywhere. It's like, yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
they're all kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Some of them are like standout that you'll remember, but yeah, in Deus Ex it's a lot more I like it a lot more. I'm definitely gonna do Mankind Divided after that.
Yeah.
And then also do the original game as well. I think I'll skip
Ooh.
Infinity War. I heard not many good things about those, but the original Deus Ex I've also started a few months ago.
Yeah. Tell me
I
how
tried
that
doing the
is,
intro to that.
because I'm interested in that. I think you'll like
That
Mankind
is,
Divided, but I
mm,
don't know if it's just rose tinted glasses, but
I heard it was a little divided.
I definitely liked Human Revolution. Shut the fuck up.
I think
more
no,
than
fuck you.
more than the second one, but I started playing the second one not too long ago, and I got pretty hooked into it. Like it's still good. It's still really
Okay.
good.
Yeah, I heard most people liked it but dropped it, and with Human Revolution they loved it and did like multiple playthroughs. So
hmm
yeah, it is, I guess. But yeah, the original Deus Ex is really cool. I have this well, I mean, I did already say this in my intro. I have this sort of fond thing for older games. So let's say Deus Ex and Deus Ex Human Revolution are equally fun to me. I would have a preference for the older one because I love the older graphics. I think it looks really interesting.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
would.
I'm very fond of that.
I feel that way about certain games too,
Yeah,
with
they're like
just the
instant
graphical
classic or
style.
whatever.
A lot of people are
Yeah.
like, "Oh, why does this look like a PS2 game?" And I'm like, "Ah, fuck yeah, it looks like a PS2 game. Hell yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, that's good.
dude."
Yeah. I'll res it a bit, I'm done. Like,
Yep.
gimme.
Yeah, I think you'll like Mankind Divided. It does
Definitely.
everything. It does everything sort of samey, which in a good way. Like you know what I mean. Like it doesn't try to do things differently for the sake of just doing them differently.
Yeah, that's good because Human Revolution is really fun so far. And I had a snoop in the skill 3. I saw the smashing a wall, and I remember seeing it in a video like long, long ago.
Yeah,
And
there's plenty of opportunities throughout the game. Like it just does a great
mhm.
job of like as you go through the game, there's enough opportunities where you're like, okay, I didn't waste a point in this skill to
Yeah,
fucking
that's good.
get this. Like I can use it a few times and it's pretty like rewarding.
Can
So
you imagine how insane it is to balance where you have to make, first of all, you make the story, the game, blah blah, and then you make the level
every
design.
single
And then the
area
level
needs to
design has
like
to, yeah,
supplement.
it has to, yeah, it has to complement the skill someone picks or
Mm-hmm.
the multiple skills or singular ones. It's got to be
Right.
really difficult to
Or
do.
at least some areas, because that's just the beauty of the game. Like sometimes you'll go through and you'll be like, wow, that was so fucking easy because I like invested in this, and then other areas you're like,
But that feels good too, though.
yeah, and then other areas are like, oh my god, like this is not fit for me. This is gonna be hard,
Uh-huh.
but it
Yeah,
just
I think
feels so
that's good.
good. Yeah,
Up and
it's
down, up
such a
and
better
down.
feeling than when games just want to like power you up and like be ready for every situation. It kind of is. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
not fun at all.
There's some games that
Hmm.
make you feel good to be a god, like Risk of Rain or something. But like,
Yeah, but that still kicks your ass though.
yeah,
Like
that
you
still
need to
kicks your
still
ass.
have the time and everything. I guess I guess that's also why I love Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, those kind of games because there you can get so much like equipment upgrades, whatever, where you can
Mm-hmm.
just absolutely kill everything, and then the moment you're comfortable, you up the difficulty, and then again, and then again.
Mm-hmm. I only played, never played Bayonetta. I have it. I have it on my system. I could play it
Nice.
anytime I want. As we all can with the fucking
I
300
need to get
games
on
that we
my
have.
Bayo cosplay. Fuck. But yeah, you have it on
But
your system like
I've
every
only
game ever.
played. Shut up. I've only played DMC 1 and a little bit of 2. I really liked 1 a lot.
Nice.
I really liked the
What?
first one.
Okay, okay, that's great because everyone loves 3 and 5.
Okay.
I love 5 to the new one, but I love 1 so much because it's sort of like Resident
One's
Evil.
great, yeah. I mean,
It's
like
so fucking
obviously
cool.
there's some jankiness to it and it has some problems, but like when I played it, I was just like literally like smiling genuinely
Mm-hmm.
and laughing about certain things
Yes.
and like it's just it's just so pure. It's like a pure like
Uh-huh.
PlayStation 2 game experience like way back in the day. It's like yeah,
Exactly.
simple
Uh-huh.
menus, like
Yep.
just getting
Start load
upgrades. Yep.
option.
The graphics, just all of
Yeah.
it comes together. It's just like, yep, beat
Mm-hmm.
hack and slash, beat the shit out of things. Really edgy 2000s cool guy like aesthetics.
Yeah.
Well, not the aesthetics, like the characters and stuff. The actual aesthetics and like the architecture and like everything is really really nice. I love the castle setting in that first one.
Yeah, me too.
So
It's
cool.
Do you know why? Do you know why it's a castle setting and why certain things are in certain ways?
Give me that gamer
Uh,
lore, Roby. Gamer lore
I'll give you
corner.
some gamer lore. Yeah. Yeah, so it was actually on the way to become Resident Evil 4,
Oh
but
right,
of
right,
course a
right.
very much earlier version.
I
Yeah,
did
and
hear
then it
about
turned
that.
into
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's so cool. Anytime I hear that
it's
fact,
really
even though I already
interesting.
know it, I'm like, ah, it's so cool.
Yeah, that's so cool, right?
It's so interesting because because definitely the movement in Resident or Devil May Cry 1 is like very much
Yeah, it's like almost like tank controls from Resident Evil. Like the
yeah,
camera
it's
perspectives are
clunky.
like that too.
It's clunky in a
Yeah,
way, but
I
it's
love
still way
that.
more fluid than Resident Evil.
So, what about the game that everyone keeps yapping about and you're like, I still haven't played it, other than from
Uh well, the idea the I only got this idea from listening to a song when I texted you about the games that we want to write
some.
down. But
You were
I was
listening to a
thinking
song.
about yeah, it was because I listened to a bunch of music from games I never even played, then remixes and stuff. But I've never played Chrono Trigger. I don't know if you've played that before, but I know that's like a
Oh
like some
I've heard
RPG that
so
people
much about
love.
that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to
No,
play
never played. Me too. A
it.
red-haired sword-wielding boy.
JRPGs are hit or miss with me, but that seems like one that probably has unique mechanics in it that I'm gonna be like, oh my god, why did I wait so long?
Mm. Yeah,
Because
JRPGs are hit and miss for me too. It's tough.
yeah,
I need like interesting characters, interesting story, and usually they already fall off on that point.
right, yeah. For me,
It's
I just
tough.
need like a really good mechanic that they build the game around. That's not just the normal like turn-based combat, because that's usually what
Mm-hmm.
like pushes me away if it's kind of just the same old shit. But
You
yeah,
have a 3DS, right?
I do. I think I know what game
Well,
you're gonna
I
recommend.
Oh yeah, it would be Bravely Default
Oh yeah,
indeed.
there it is. There it is. Bravely Default. I've
Because the
heard of that.
mechanics are so cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right,
That's pretty
bruh,
cool, yeah.
bruh and fam. Uh, you want to move on to games that we absolutely love since we're just like being like, oh, I never darn dare play this game. Will sound real cool.
I'm never gonna play it no matter how much everyone tells me how good it is. I'm gonna
Cause
be
I'm the unpopular gamer, and I gotta say I'm
yeah.
popular.
I only play indie games from 2008. Alright. Yeah, we can
Hmm.
move on. Sure, I'm good with
Okay.
that.
Do you want to start with a game that you love that you love so much, so dear to your heart,
Ah,
makes you hot
yeah, I
flutter?
suppose I suppose I can start, sure.
Herm.
Well, I had written a few down, but let's just start with the, I guess, oldest one,
Okay.
work it up from there. Well, I did grow up watching my mother and sister play Doom, the old one.
Mm.
And yeah, that one I'm absolutely crazy about. It's one of the first games I ever played myself. Maybe a little scared, but the game gives you more than enough weapons to shoot whatever's in your way.
Right.
But yeah, the game has this loop of every level. It's like maze-ish,
Mm-hmm.
and there's constant enemies. You look for key cards to open doors, which I think on paper is very repetitive, but when you're playing, it doesn't feel like that to me, at least.
Yeah,
And it just has
because the
an
gameplay is
amazing
so
assortment
good.
of weapons. Yeah, it has like an amazing assortment of weapons. It's got like traps going on. There's like walls that open. Like, let's say I press a button to open a door, and then a wall behind me opens and 6 demons jump out. And it's got the classic weapon sets with pistols, shotguns, Gatling gun.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff is pretty great. Rocket launchers. And the music is
Emphasis.
amazing.
Yeah, the music for sure. They've kept up that
So
trend.
classic. Uh-huh.
That I think that's the same thing with nowadays. Even though with the newest Doom, that some people had complaints of it being too repetitive
Oh.
or like just goes on a little bit too
Uh-huh.
long. Which when I played it, I don't really agree with that. I think it was a good enough length. Like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter too much if your game is repetitive if the gameplay is just like
Yeah, if the loop is good.
amazing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because it's kind of the same thing with like
Yeah.
good roguelikes. Um,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
but yeah, emphasis on ish with the where you said maze-ish because I know that I I offended you like almost probably
I remember on your
over
stream you
a
were
year
like,
ago.
"I'm lost in a maze. Help me."
That's not when I wasn't even
I'll
streaming
guide
it.
you.
It was in a Discord
No,
chat
but
when I
you were. I think you were streaming Project Warlock, and then we mentioned
yeah,
it.
but that was
Mhm.
yeah. Well,
I'll
it
guide you. I'll be your video game mom. I'll guide you
we
through the
played
Doom.
we played
Don't
like the
worry.
4 player mode, so I did have a smaller screen, but it was confusing. Like I think it
What
was
the
like this.
hell?
I think it was like the second.
4-player local Doom. I
Yeah,
wish I could do that someday. That sounds amazing.
they have it's on the Switch. That's where we got it.
Yeah, I know. I have it on Switch. I have it on like every platform ever. But
Oh well, on Switch there is the
yeah.
4 player like local co-op mode. I don't
Mhm.
know if it's online, but yeah, some of
Mm.
those maps were very confusing to me.
Okay, at least I can bet that yeah, on a tiny screen with 4 people it'd be even worse. But
Yeah,
you can open the map screen, right? Where they have the overlay of the map.
yeah. Is it a good overlay though? Does it help, Ruby?
If you're old like me, it does help
Oh,
because you know how it works.
oh yeah, they don't make games like they used to. Now they're all friggin' like
Hey,
intuitive and
I've been
shit.
keeping quiet. I've been keeping quiet while you're praising Doom Eternal. Meanwhile, I want to stomp it into the ground,
Oh, I
but
didn't.
I don't because
Oh, I
I'm
didn't mean
nice.
Doom Eternal. I didn't mean that one. I meant 2016.
Oh, yeah, same shit.
Oh, you don't like 2016?
No, I don't at all. No,
Oh,
no, I don't.
well, it's.
Yeah, I know, I
That's
know.
okay. We'll come back to that. I'm sure it'll come up in another
Yeah,
episode.
we'll have a whole episode where for an hour long I tell you exactly why the old one is better than the new one.
All
But
right.
moving on.
Well,
Yeah.
from one of my
Yeah.
picks, man.
Everyone play fucking Doom, you idiots.
Well,
Play the old one right now.
yeah, go try it
Okay, thank
out.
you.
Go give your opinions, whether you hate it or love it.
Yeah.
Fucking comment, interact.
Add me on Discord, add me on Twitter, at I forgot my ad. What's my
Oh
ad
yeah,
again?
we never. I'll put the ads on screen constantly. Don't worry, they'll just be there.
It's flashing on screen. Everyone's having seizures.
Fucking follow us.
Oh my goodness. Okay, go on. I'm sorry for
But
interrupting you.
for one of my picks, one of my picks is from my most beloved, absolutely love games. Ratchet and
Uh-huh.
Clank. I'm gonna say. I goddamn
Oh,
love those
nice.
games so
They're
much.
so classic
They
though.
are
They're so sentimental, good, just
so
good
classic.
games.
Probably one of very long running series, like surprisingly long. I feel like
Yeah, maybe like 2000 and what, 3 or
the first one came out in like
4 or something.
2000. I thought it came out in like 2000 or 2001, maybe 2002.
2002 it says. That's very close
Okay,
still.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but from like that game, they've had like 15 different games, or even more if you count them all. It's kind of crazy,
Yeah,
but
and then the PSP ones, it's crazy.
I just love just the mix of platforming and some light puzzles that even my little dumb child brain could do back in the day. And
Same.
obviously the arsenal of weapons is like the biggest draw to those games. It's just fun to like blast things, and later on,
Mm-hmm.
well, in
The
every
weapons are
game
so fun.
besides one, you can like level them up, and there's like more progression. Uh,
They're so creative
they
too.
are.
The
They're always
weapons.
so
It's
creative and
insane how
fun.
creative they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even for back in the day, the sheepinator. Where the fuck's the sheepinator in any other game, bro? I want that in Call of Duty. That'd be
I
fire.
definitely a multiplayer. They have to implement it as some kill streak.
And then obviously like the cast of characters is good. I fucking love Quark, dude.
Yes.
And
Clank
then
is good.
Ratchet and
Dr.
Clank
Neo
themselves are
Cortex.
good.
No,
Yeah,
wait.
Dr.
Oh my god.
Neocortex
Hold on.
makes his brand new appearance in the newest game.
I mean, fucking Dr. Nefarious, was
Nefarious.
it?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah. Because I was gonna mention fucking Crash, but yeah, Dr. Nefarious is good. Yeah, Quark is amazing.
Yep. The worlds are always really nice. Even with those
They're
PS2
so
graphics, but
cool.
like with the newer games, they're like freaking Pixar quality, like shit.
Yeah, but even then, I think it holds up. It has
I
so
think so
much
too.
style. It's
Yeah,
so good. Mm-hmm.
colorful, lots of different planets to go to, which I think also blew people's minds away at the time because they're like, "Oh, I could travel to all these different planets. Whoa,
Yeah.
holy crap! I could only go to San
Mm-hmm.
Andreas and San Andreas, but now I can go to Blargnog."
Hey, am I miss? Am I misremembering? Was there things where you could play as Captain Quark? I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
In Ratchet and
Okay.
Clank 3, I'm just gonna call it 3. I'm not gonna say the full names. That's what they're called
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Japan. They just have the numbers.
Yeah. Well, then again, America, Europe, and Japan all have different titles for
In
them.
America, they're all sexual innuendo. I can't say
Yeah,
that word.
in Europe they aren't. Yeah, they're not in my home.
Yeah, which
Mhm.
is that gives it a pass for America because as long as they're sexual
Yeah.
jokes, then it's funny.
Mhm.
Up your
Of course they
arsenal.
are. Oh hell yeah.
But yeah, you could play as Quark in like these mini games or like platforming sections and stuff.
Yeah, I
Where you
remember
can get
that.
some
Okay, good.
currencies. And then later, there was like a 4-player Ratchet and Clank game they made that you can play as Quark.
Oh.
Not top down, but one of those games where you go through the level but you can't move the camera. You know what I'm talking about? It's kind of top down. It's like from the side.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah. I guess it's diagonal view.
yep.
Nice.
Yeah, love those games.
They're
Brilliant.
so good.
I started with the 4th game, which is funny. I rented it from Blockbuster.
Cool.
I was with my mom.
Gladiator, you mean, right?
Mm-hmm. Or Deadlocked in fucking America, which is way a cooler name. Sorry.
That is cool. Yeah, I started with 3 and then Gladiator. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and that one's like the most
Deadlocked.
decisive, I feel like, for a lot of people, but I love that one a lot.
Me too. I love it. The fact that you have the cheat, you can hold the SMG sideway. That's awesome.
I forgot about that.
I didn't.
They didn't. A lot of people didn't like that one because it focused on the combat, but I think the combat's like the most solid part of the game. So
Yeah, me too.
anyway, if you haven't played Ratchet and Clank, there are so many goddamn games to play. You can get the collection on PS3 or friggin' on your PS Vita, your most popular console.
Everyone's got one of those, don't you know?
Yeah, I wish they did a PS3 collection, friggin' port over to PS4, but they're dumb. They didn't.
Well, you want Sony to do something smart
No.
and then take your money, or just do something stupid and take your money? It's gonna be the latter.
Because I'm dumb.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, what's your next choice? Do you have another one?
Okay, sure. When I was younger, I loved racing games, and I loved violence, obviously, as we know, as we all do.
I think I know.
Oh, do you? Yeah. So I came across a game called Carmageddon.
Oh shit. Okay.
Did you? Oh, what were you thinking?
I thought it was gonna be Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal.
Mm-hmm.
No, I only played that when I grew up later.
Okay.
Yeah. So Carmageddon is an amazing game where you do races against 5 other opponents. I believe 5 or 7, and you can win in 3 different ways. Either you win the race by doing the laps, which is fucking boring, or run over every pedestrian in the map, which is like hundreds upon hundreds. That's like
Yes.
impossible. Or wreck all the other vehicles, which is like the most fun way to do it. And it's just so fun because it's a racing game. You can run over things. It's gory.
Yeah.
It's violent. The
That's
humor
really
is
cool. I like
childish,
that
and
there's multiple ways to win too. That's really
hmm
interesting.
yeah, it's really fun. And it's very similar to Twisted Metal, but there's no weapons on vehicles. Your weapon is the vehicle. You have to just turn yourself into
Oh.
a furious projectile,
Okay.
launching
Yeah.
yourself and kinetic force into another vehicle.
Right. Twisted Metal is much more like Doom slash I guess more so like Quake or Unreal Tournament, but with cars.
Yeah, it's a lot more like like a
Yeah.
championship kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Carmageddon game sounds pretty cool. What was it on? What
I
did you
had it
play
on
it on?
PC, but I think that it was probably on PS1 and such as well back in the day. The
Mm,
first one, I played the second one the most on PC. They did
nice.
a new game a little while back, which I didn't like so much.
Mm,
It was a reboot of the series, but didn't really like it. There was one
yeah.
thing I really liked. If you smash into a car and explode it, it would say rectum, and it sounds like a rectum, and that made
Rectum.
me laugh every time
Rectum.
because I'm 26.
Rectum.
It
20.
was so fucking great.
Okay. Solid pick. I wasn't
Yeah,
expecting that one. That's cool. That's cool. The only
it's
reason I
cool
heard
as
about that
hell.
game was because
Oh,
of the reboot. Because I didn't know that game existed till that came out.
yeah. Another thing, it's amazing. It has this car model system, this damage system that if you get slammed into you, parts break off and dent inwards,
Ooh.
and it's all simulated. And you can repair your car, and it sort of plays the damaging in reverse, so you see everything like push out again, like the metal and everything of the vehicle is pushing out again. The wheel gets set steady again, and
That's
the hood
awesome.
comes back on. It's so fucking funny.
I feel like that.
Yeah,
I love those
Carmageddon's
things.
great.
I feel like that's a niche thing that not a lot of people would
The
like
little
talk about or
things.
remember. But it's those are the things that are the best.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Uh,
Me too.
okay. Go play Carmageddon. I love how we're like, go play this every
Hell
time.
yeah.
That's what we have to say every time we
They're
talk
good
about something we
games. They're
love.
good games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. My next pick, which I'm very happy to say because
Happy to say.
I feel like the older you get, it's really hard to find games that you play that are new that you could be like, oh yeah, this is like one of my favorite games ever. Like I feel like when
Yeah.
you're younger, the nostalgia and like how much you play things really just beats out most shit that you when you get old. You know, when you get older and life sucks and everything's worse. But
It's so edgy.
my next one is Smash Ultimate. I fucking love Super Smash
Oh,
Ultimate.
nice. Well,
And
you have the hours to prove it. You're over 800 now.
yeah, I'm
Eh?
probably in the goddamn
Shit.
thousands if you compare like like if you count like other people's switches that I played it on. Um,
hmm
like I think that game is the game that I have the most hours in like ever, maybe. Unless you know what? No, it's probably some stupid ass game when I was younger that I played for fucking 2,000 hours, like Thrillville for the fucking PS2 or something. I love that game, but to
Yeah,
my
yeah.
actual knowledge, it is the game I
Yeah,
play the
you're.
most.
Yeah,
And
I've seen you. I've seen
yeah,
you kick ass on Twitch too.
thank you. Oh my God, I usually get my ass kicked, but if you saw a couple of wins, that's pretty. You know,
I saw more wins than
glad to impress
losses.
you.
I'll be
Oh shit.
honest.
Oh, endorse
hmm
me. But
I'm
yeah,
endorsing you.
Smash Ultimate. I've always been a fan of Smash. But I've always been obviously a stupid kid and just played the hell out of it for, like all the party modes and wasn't really great at it. But it was just the celebration of Nintendo characters and other characters and stuff, and always had solid gameplay and usually lots of content in all of them. I remember the Smash 64 I was kind of too young for that one, and that was kind
hmm
of just like a fucking fever dream. And then Smash
hmm
Melee was always the elusive one. Like I didn't have that for a while. I would always go over to this one person's house and he would have it and we would play it, but I didn't get it for a while. And then the first one that I played a lot was Brawl on the Wii. Um,
Nice.
yeah, I played the hell out of that with my cousins and stuff. And it had like the campaign mode, which was really cool. That the Brawl is always the one that everybody's like, it's the fucking worst one, but it
Yeah,
was really
everyone
fun.
hates it.
It was really fun. It wasn't the
hmm
competitive one, obviously. And then
Yeah.
Wii U was good. Had a lot of content. It had like the most like characters with the most holy shit characters until Smash Ultimate came out. And
Yeah, and fuse them all back together, which I really
yep,
liked. I'm happy they didn't have to leave anyone behind.
yeah. So, and Smash Ultimate's like the first game I think I ever got into like competitively, which was a new experience
That's
for me.
awesome.
Yeah, learning all the
Mm-hmm.
characters and like picking up mains and I don't know, super deep into it and like watching like esports matches is just crazy.
Oh,
So,
yeah, it's crazy seeing the plays.
mhm. So yeah, that's what I put as my second choice because I just have so much time
Smash
into it and like the feelings it gives me when I get to play my friends and we're like super competitive together. And trash
butting
talking
into each
shit.
other.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
super
Yeah, Smash
fun.
is great. I remember playing the well, Smash Bros, like the N64 one when I was a kid. And then
Mm.
my friend had a GameCube. We played Melee. I remember us trying to unlock characters, like playing so many matches and having the game on all the time and having to fight the character, and
Yes.
it was so difficult. And his mom yelling at us for leaving the GameCube on during the night. Oof,
You're
oof, that
wasting
was
power.
bad. It was so magical because it was such a different kind of game where I was
Yeah,
used to Tekken and Street Fighter and such, but not this at all.
that's
And
still a
then I
thing. Like
got
it still has a spot carved out. It's such a weird like fighting game compared to a lot of
hmm
others. Even though it is a 2D fighting game, it's just so different. Like how the health works and
hmm
like how um
items. I mean,
yeah,
hell,
items, even like blocking and dodging and stuff.
it's very different. Yeah, on the Wii U, I bought Smash Bros. Of course, and then
Hmm.
Ultimate on the Switch too, which is super great. I was pretty happy when I saw that every character was coming back in. I was like, oh, this one, that one,
Yeah,
this one, and
it
then
made a
new
lot
ones
of
as
people
well. And
happy
then
for
the
sure. Where the
yeah,
fuck
I
is
think
Metal
some people were
Mario
like,
though?
oh, it's never real. Never was ever real. A lot of people I remember were indecisive whether they were saying, I want a whole new game. I don't care about these old characters. I'm like, yeah, but at least they're in. At least everyone is in for one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe the new one will come out some other time. But I like this big collection of old things and many new things, expansion, DLC stuff, character
Yeah,
passes,
I'm,
whatever. That's
I'm really
good.
glad they did it too, and like the next one they do, because they will do a new one. It's they're always goddamn will.
It's inevitable.
Probably definitely will not have like the everybody roster that this one has. It'll just be like a new roster of a bunch of new
Yeah,
characters,
maybe
and
like maybe around like 30 or something. I'm fine with that, like 30, 40.
which will
But
really
I don't
feel
even
weird.
need to have like Luigi in. If you have Mario, I'm fine. I don't need to have every like old one character in there.
That's my pick.
hmm
If you haven't played Smash Ultimate, which is there's probably a low chance because you probably at least played it like on holiday or
Also,
with
if you
friends.
played, add him on the Switch and he'll kick your ass for you. I'm too scared to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, 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 yeah. Hit me up on Twitter and I'll create a room and
Oh,
we will
yeah. Also, if you buy Smash, buy a LAN
yeah, buy a
cable
freaking LAN
connector, right,
cable,
for your
yeah.
Switch.
LAN
Yeah,
adapter
for the
with
Switch.
cable.
And an adapter.
You need that.
If you buy Smash, I also spent like $30 on peripherals, so it's $90.
If you want to get that online experience, that's still a little bit.
Yeah, and then also you can't play against CPU with your friends online. You have to only fight against each other, which I don't like. That's my only complaint
I
about
never
Smash Bros. It's
even
perfect, but let me.
I never even thought about that. Yeah, in can have
Yeah,
CPUs
that's
and
like the most fun. Like I
weird.
always play against AI in those games with my friends, but yeah, with that it doesn't work online. Oh well. I guess I'll go find my local friends here. Ha ha ha.
Yes, yes. I can't wait to not go to
Definitely everyone
tournaments
loves
because
Smash.
COVID.
Fu- that too. That's the current world events, of course. We'll
I
listen back to this in 2 years and think,
mm,
holy fuck, half the population died. Okay, don't
yeah.
jinx it.
But yeah, Smash Ultimate, haha, go play if you haven't. Go look into it. It is the most uniquest fighter I ever darn played, and that's why I love it. Okay, you can't goddamn treat it like Marvel vs. Capcom and keep somebody in a combo the entire fucking match. Like, ooh, that's interesting. That's really fun to
Yeah, I
watch
would
and
fucking
play.
kick your ass in Marvel vs. Capcom too. I would
It's such
fucking
a
kill you.
it's such a fucking like brain game, like thinking and stuff, and you can't really do these big. Literally, the only character you can
Brain game?
do big combo strings with is like Bayonetta or Pikachu or something like that.
That's the
And
characters
even
I play. I
then,
play Bayo.
yeah, Bayo. Oh my god, I hate fighting Bayos. People
Good. I
that
hate
really
fighting you
know
too.
what to do. You don't know what to freaking do with Bayo on Smash Ultimate. Shut up. You don't
I
know how to do
do.
these
What are you,
big
baby?
combo
You're baby
strings.
Bowser, you fucking baby.
What's your next
Shit.
pick,
Fucking
Ruby?
baby ass. Bayo again. But I do the other skin, so it's the skin from Bayonetta 1
No,
instead.
your last game pick, dummy.
Oh, I thought you meant a character pick. I don't
Yeah.
know. Okay, yeah, I got a few. I
What are you
got
gonna
one.
say?
It's Stalker. It's a really good game series.
I was almost gonna buy that. It was on sale on Steam. Might still
Yeah,
be.
I can give it to you for Christmas if you want.
Ooh,
Oh, think about
I'd
it.
like to try it.
Maybe
Explain this
Santa will
game to
come
me. All
along.
right, I have some questions.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
wondering.
cause I wanted to also come back on the part where we were talking about like memorable areas earlier, but
Okay.
I'll explain it. You can hit me with questions.
My only.
So,
Well, I just have one
Stalker,
question. Just have one question.
Okay, hit me.
Is it open or is it linear?
Both, I
Okay.
guess.
Okay.
Well, it's
All right.
open, but you go through a linear path. Yeah, it's
Okay.
like
I'm
you
sorry.
can go
Continue.
around, but it tells you where to go. Yeah. Stalker is the kind of game that I was looking at for the past decade, over a decade even, and I thought to myself, "Fuck it, I guess I'll try them out." So I bought all three of them on Steam, and I started with the first one, Shadow of Chernobyl, and it is insanely freaking cool. It's by it's just I'm I have been gushing about this game for the past 3 months, so I'm trying to compile the gushing into like a 5 minute segment here.
Right.
It's
It's
a
hard.
game where it's an insanely interesting setting. I think one of the most original settings ever. It's based off of a book, and there's also a movie based off that book. None of them
Hmm.
at all connect, but they're very similar.
Yeah.
And you go around being a man in a harsh world, drinking vodka and eating stale bread and canned tuna and sausage. And yeah, you go around, you go from being a person who has had, I guess, an amnesia episode, like you don't really remember where you are, what's going on,
Yeah.
to doing these things that no one else would do. So you go to places and I don't know, not save the world, but you help out people in very nice ways,
Right.
and
It's
they
very
thank you
brutal.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and other factions won't like you if you help other factions.
Ooh. A little
Yeah,
Fallout
and it
New
has
Vegas
different
like.
guns. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah,
That's cool.
and
That's cool. Is it like
it has
Metro at
this
all?
AI system. Imagine if it's more like Metro Exodus. Metro Exodus tried
Okay.
to kind of copy the Stalker gameplay, so it's
Ooh.
more open like that. Yeah,
Okay.
and it has this AI system called A-Life,
That's the thing I
and
heard the
what
most
it does,
about. Yeah.
yeah. So whenever, even when you're just going around, you're shooting like mutant pigs for flesh, whatever, you're
Ah,
hungry.
yes.
There's AI always doing things. There could be guys sitting at a campfire roasting sausages, and there could be another squad of bandits walking in that direction to have a shootout. Whether you're there or not, it's gonna happen, and you can interfere, help either side, which is really interesting. It also has this system where whatever the enemy is wielding, you can
Hmm.
loot it if you kill them. If you're
Ooh.
smart early in the game, when all you have is a tiny Makarov Russian handgun and maybe a double-barreled shotgun, there's these military dudes at a checkpoint. If
Hmm.
you can sneak around and take them out, you can have an automatic
Ooh.
AK-74U early on in the game,
That's
which is
awesome.
great.
I love when they present those kind
So
of things,
me
those
too,
kind of
yeah. It
challenges.
has the same inventory system as Deus Ex, by the way, with all the tile inventory, so
Oh
you'll like
yeah,
that
or like
too.
RE
Mhm.
whatever game did that, was it like
Yeah,
4 or something? Yeah. That's
definitely. Yeah, I think
cool.
RE4. Yeah,
I like the tile. I like the tile inventories.
me too. I'm fucking playing Tetris all day, and it's so immersive. Like if you ever play that, you put on some headphones, you sit down, and you go along with it. It's so freaking cool. So that way, I played all three games in the series in a matter of a couple of weeks. And now I'm playing this gigantic overhaul mod called Stalker Anomaly, which is
Ooh.
a mod by fans for other fans,
Hmm.
and it's like everything you like about the games, but more. And they have made their own like sequel story, which of course is not canon officially, but you can see it as
Right,
canon,
right,
I
right.
suppose.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
same with
it's
like
super cool.
some kind of Fallout New Vegas mod just released that's fucking huge
Yeah,
recently.
I saw that.
Very similar. So wow, now I'm super hype. I want to play those games, so I'm gonna see if they're
Yeah,
still on sale.
like
Pick them up.
if anyone likes Metro, or you're interested in like amazing, like
Yeah.
depressing Russian literature combined with military stuff, it's so cheap on Steam. It goes, I think all three of them go on sale for like $11 or something like that. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I love AI systems like that where they could just fight each
Yeah.
other and they do whatever they want and they're not
It's so
static at
great.
all. Super dynamic.
Oh god, the
That's
universe is
cool.
so cool. It's like there's all these things going on, these things called anomalies, and it's so much. It's so great.
That's
Yes,
cool.
indeed.
Soccer, go freaking play it. You know, new
Yes.
game 2020 it just came out. All of them
Stalker.
this year.
Stalker, привет. Play it,
Uh,
people, play it.
so I'll give my last pick. My last pick. I was deciding
Your third?
because I wanted my third's about to pop out, but
Oh my god, that sounds so bad.
I wanted to I thought about it and I was like, oh, there's so many games I could pick, and I already picked an old game, Ratchet and Clank. Well, kind of, it's still ongoing, but an
It's
oldish
pretty old. And
series,
a new.
and a new game. And now I was
What's
like,
next?
oh, let's pick some kind of indie game I really like. Or make just like
Yeah. Oh, I
spread it all
probably should have
out.
done that too. Whoops.
That's okay. Do
Okay.
whatever you want.
Mhm.
I was deciding between Enter the Gungeon and Slay the Spire,
Oh.
and
Ah.
I was like, I really like Enter the Gungeon, and there's a lot I love about it, and it was a good
Mhm.
bonding experience between me and one of my friends. But
I
I
want to
feel
play
like
it in co-op with someone, but I don't want to play it with. Kill
it's
me.
so good. If I ever get it on
Someone,
PC.
podcast listeners, move to my town here and play Enter the Gungeon with me right now. Or
Yeah,
I
we'll do
come
that.
visit you. I'll come visit you. I'll buy a ticket. I'll play Enter the
No,
Gungeon
no,
with
no,
you.
no, no. It's a podcast expense. Make them pay for it. We don't have the money right now.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to. I picked Slay the Spire because I'm like, it's a little bit more unique in my mind.
Please tell me
And
about it because I played it for about 2-3 hours and I was like, meh. I was good
oh
during the early
man,
access phase. So hit me.
it's just like I'm not really into card games too much, except these specific
Mhm.
kind of card games where it's like you go in and you build your own deck of like cards, but it's different every time, so it's kind of roguelike ish. But it's
Mhm.
man, I made like a whole YouTube video on this game too. So Ruby, you go freaking watch that. But
I might. I might.
it's an older one, so it's kind of cringe, but it's fine. But Slay
Kind of
Spire is
cringe.
great. Like I think first thing I'll just start with the visuals. Like the visuals are really good. They're all hand drawn stuff. I think for me they took a little bit to grow on me, but once they did, it was just really nice to look at. It's kind of has like a watercolor look to it, watercolor paint.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, it is
music
like hand
freaking
painted. Yeah.
slaps, especially the boss themes. They just get you freaking
Ooh,
pumped, bro, to
it's the
slap
best
around some
kind of boss
bossies.
themes.
Yes.
Mhm.
But the best thing about it is just picking your from the 4 different characters now, and they all just have like totally distinct, unique play styles from one another.
There's 4, right?
Yeah, there's 4 now. There's like a
Yeah, 4
warrior.
now.
There
Yeah.
is a mage. But it's like,
Robot guy.
he is the mage. The robot is sort of.
Oh, freak.
He can like
Gotcha.
summon these different orbs, like they're all elemental. And then
Mhm.
there's like the assassin. She's called the
I
Silent.
saw the
Has a little
fan
bone
art
head.
by your friend.
Yes, yes. And then now
Yes.
the new one is the seer or something. She's like a
Mhm.
blind cleric, like a monk girl.
That's cool.
Yeah, she's definitely like the most powerful, but out of them all. But yeah, they all add unique mechanics, and you go through and you build up a deck of cards, and sometimes you'll have a plan in your head about like what you want to do or like what your build is, but like you never know if you're gonna get that. So sometimes you just have to roll with the punches.
Mhm.
And
I like that.
just I don't know, it's just so goddamn fun. It's so hard to explain things on the podcast. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's easier when we're playing Mario Kart and we're just yelling at
It
each
is,
other
that's
and
true.
telling why we love games.
But the best thing about it is that all the cards are just so well designed that they have like so many different synergies with each other, and you could just, unless you have like the worst freaking deck in the world, which is really hard to get, if you're making
Mhm.
crappy decisions or something, or you just have a really bad luck. Like there's so many different combos that sometimes you don't even see coming that'll just pop up, and you'll have like 2 health, but you'll still like freaking defeat a boss by just having like a shit ton of card synergies that just happen every single turn, one after
I
another.
love synergy stuff.
And then on
Yes.
top of like all the cards you get, there's also a bunch of relics, which are basically like items that you'd see from roguelikes, like the ones that give you like different bonuses and like different effects that
Mhm.
happen. So you like build up a whole collection of those, and then those are popping off. And
Oh
it's another
yes.
thing of just like feeling like a god, and like that you built like an amazing deck of cards.
Everything comes together. Yeah.
Everything comes together. It's just one of those. Just gives you a good, really, really good old dang old feeling. So I would say you should play it a little bit more. Give it a little bit
I
more of a
think I
chance.
will.
Maybe I'll stream
Yeah.
it, and
Yeah.
we can chit chat
Oh yeah. Do that.
and play it,
Mhm.
and you can
Yeah.
see.
Stream it and then chit chat and then I'll try it out
Yeah.
too.
But you can. It's also one of those games like Risk of Rain where like sometimes you could just make the most overpowered broken shit ever.
I love that so much. And then there's something will pop up and insta kill you anyway.
Yeah. And there's a lot, exactly. There's a lot of stuff in that game to do. Like before you can even reach the secret ending, or the true ending, I should say, which has a totally different boss that is
Oh.
way harder than any of the other ones that I still haven't beat yet. It's fucking brutal as hell. You have to beat the game with like all 3 characters. Then after that, you got
Oh,
to go through the game and do like these 3 different things to get these like key pieces, and then you can do the true boss. It's just fucking wacky,
oh
dude.
my god. I love
But
challenges like that though.
so Slay the Spire
Sweet.
is probably the best card game I ever dang old played. So yeah,
Oh,
you
I
should
see.
definitely try that out. And I know I don't know if it already happened, but there's some kind of website or something doing like an indie game of the year event that you can vote for, and I know
Mm.
Slay the Spire is in that. So
Ah.
look that up. Give it a vote. I think it deserves it for sure.
Mm. Yeah, I've
Uh,
heard nothing but good things about that game. So it's
mhm.
inevitable that I'll end up playing it myself too.
Yeah, it has to be in like my top indie games ever, bro. And obviously it's on this goddamn list.
Nice. Yeah, yeah, I noticed.
Oh, games of that I noticed. I'm here. I'm present.
I'm here right now. I'm present.
But yeah, that's my last pick. Hee-hoo.
Nice. I like your pick.
Thank you. I like your picks.
Oh my god.
So we came out as gamers. I hope you're okay with us coming out as gamers.
It's very sudden. I don't know.
I don't know if they're ready. Mom, Dad, I'm sorry, but this is who I am.
That's perfect. That's fucking
Yes.
perfect.
So yeah,
Like,
in the future, to anybody who's listening, you know, you never actually know how this podcast is gonna go. We might not even talk about games for like a large majority of it. I just thought it would make for some good conversation and get to know us as gamers. If we talked about something that we love, so we could talk a lot about it.
indeed. Yeah.
But yeah, next time, who knows? Maybe you'll learn about the secret of Blue Mario. Keep that on your radar.
Oh my god. We gotta leave that for
You
next
thought you
time.
knew Red
Yeah.
Mario. Well, what if he was blue? Yeah. And
Fucking
it
blue.
definitely
I
gets
know.
deeper than that, guys, so stay tuned.
Yeah, there's definitely more to it than that. Fucking promise. There has got to be more. There's gotta be. They can't just say that and leave it like that for weeks and sit there.
What is the secret behind Blue Mario? What are they talking about? Blue Mario? What if he was
Uh-huh.
blue? What would happen?
What would happen?
I'm bleeping that out. She almost gave away the secret, guys, but you didn't hear it. You heard that bleep, right?
Okay, you gotta bleep it. You gotta bleep it.
I already
Did you
bleeped
bleep it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good.
Almost freaking.
We can't have that.
Yeah, we need incentive for the next episode.
Right.
But
watch the next one or
yeah, do
listen to it.
or die if you don't. That's yeah.
You're dead meat to me.
That's
Dead
a Blue
meat.
Mario promise right there. That means it's gonna happen.
Always, always.
Can we get a hashtag start trending Blue Mario or die?
No one's gonna do that.
I'll do it. When I post
Okay,
this,
I'm gonna
that'll
do
be
it
the
too.
hashtag.
Uh-huh.
All right, but yeah, thanks to anybody and everybody who listens, who listened. Hope you have
Indeed.
a fantastic week. I'm sure our things that you could possibly follow are on the screen, and hope you enjoyed the first episode and that you want to see
Yeah.
more.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you. All right, you have a goddamn fantastic week. Hugs and kisses from us both here at the studio.
Mwah.
Mwah.